Hi everybody, welcome to day 4 of Rob and Leslie's French Advent. It's great to have you back with us. Now, at the end of day 3, Amy was heading back to the United States, which meant that Leslie had to be in this big, huge, beautiful, cold, dark chateau alone. Now, being alone is tough. Lots of us have to go through that experience sometimes, and it's tough at any age. It's tough if you're older and maybe distance keeps you from loved ones, or perhaps people have been estranged or even died or become sick. It's difficult. It's difficult to be alone. And that's not just for older people. Young people in this world are also very alone. Books have been written. As you know, I was a chair of a youth ministry department for 20 years, and a lot of books have been written on how young people are isolated. That's part of the reason of what we're doing is to try to get them into community. And by the way, the beauty of Christian community in a closed setting, it's really quite something if you've never experienced it. But we all need people. We all need people. And at certain times, it's even harder to be alone. Now, when we left off, when Leslie and Amy left to go to France, it was one day before our life got turned upside down a little bit. As you know, my university is merging with another university, and that meant a number of programs were getting shut down, including mine. And so somewhat unexpectedly, we knew the school was in trouble, and we knew the merger was a possibility, and so it was not completely unexpected. But suddenly we had to make some changes in terms of getting out of our house faster and also trying to figure out what we're going to do financially, because if you've watched our videos, you know that we typically have been what a lot of times Christians call a term tent makers, which is we have regular jobs and then we use the jobs to try to fund this thing we're doing, this mission we're doing, which is working with young people here in France. And we love it. It's super exciting. But anyways, unfortunately, that news happened one day after Leslie left. So that meant the two of us were separated by an ocean while we were trying to process what are we going to do, what's our future going to look like. Now, even before that, Leslie was somewhat reticent to come out here because even though it's beautiful, this is a big, complicated house. If you've watched the first couple of videos, even sometimes shutting a window is kind of an ordeal. And that's not just because of a lack of ability on our part. The wood can swell and things are not quite on kilter, and so it's difficult. It's difficult to do these tasks. To say nothing of some of the water systems, and there's just a lot of potential for difficulty in a house like this, and so it's complicated, and Leslie was not feeling great about coming out alone. Now, she did it. She's a trooper. She's a hard worker, and she came out because, of course, the roofers are still working. We needed someone here to manage the water coming into the upstairs and all of those things. So, good for her, but we were alone for quite a few weeks. You may have noticed on these videos, the tense is kind of funny. Sometimes I go back into past and then present. It's difficult because the first few videos were shot over a few weeks. Now we're pretty much up to date here, so you're going to see what happened. So it was difficult to be away. Now, thankfully, I finally was able to come back to France. I finished teaching my classes in person at the school, and I only had a couple left to do online the last week. And so I got on a plane, I went to PDX, and I started the long trip back. And despite the fact that I taught 3 classes that day, and then I went straight from class to the airport, and then got on a plane. I was assigned the middle seat for the whole 16 hours or whatever it was. But actually I got out of one of them, so that was good. But I didn't care because I was going back to see my wife, and I was excited about her. And I'm a pretty solitary dude, a little bit of hermit tendencies, but when you miss somebody that bad at this significant of a time, it was great to see each other. All right, I made it through security, and I know one girl that's going to be extremely happy because they let me bring on a can of beans, which she loves. She loves the American beans. Also, we get that priority passing, which is awesome if you ever fly, and it gives you the free food when you eat. So I got some sushi and a drink, all for free. Whoop. I got back to London and then took another flight to Paris, and then I got on a train which was delayed, and I left Wednesday at 6 p.m. And then got in to France around 5 p.m. Thursday, and then by the time I got to the chateau, it was about 10:30 at night, so I was quite tired. But it was wonderful to see each other and put our arms around each other and be able to talk and share, and just the joy of being back together. And so we're really excited to be together. We're now, you're going to start to see both of us in the same shot here, this video, as we try to adjust to this new world and this new big chateau.
Hi guys, guess what? Finally, he's back. Oh my goodness gracious.
It's not good for man to be alone. No, it's true. You just, no. I don't know, you miss each other. Did you miss me?
Did you miss me?
Yes, I missed you. I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, you know, when you're together a long time, which I'd say we have been.
Yeah.
We're pretty used to
37 years of between dating and marriage. 33 years of marriage. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah. We do a lot of things together, and we always have all through our marriage. And so when you're apart, especially on different time zones, that was even worse. Because it would be like I'd be getting up, he'd be going to bed, and then neither one of us would want to talk for whatever reason. I'm tired, he's tired, but for different reasons. It was hard, and especially with processing something that literally happened as soon as I landed in Paris. We're walking through baggage. I finally get internet in the baggage claim.
Bad news. Good news and bad news. The school's going to survive. Yay for the school.
That is good.
Our position no longer. So we're trying to figure out where we're going to live. I mean, honestly, we're going to talk more about that in the next couple episodes, but we're set up so well. I mean, this has been going great. We're full of students for 2024. We've got some great board members that have been helping us with our nonprofit, giving us suggestions. And so we're okay. Obviously, you're a little nervous financially. How are we going to support this thing? But we really think we're going to be okay. And it is great to be together and talk about where we're going to live and what we're going to do. And so, yay, more videos with you and me if you like us. Although everybody liked Amy a lot. I'm just like,
well, you know what, Amy girl?
She's pretty funny.
We always have a good time.
Yeah, that's great. I was saying, we got to get David on these things.
I know we do.
You guys would like David and Kim too.
Oh my goodness.
They're fantastic.
I have really great kids.
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Okay, let's go watch some video of me coming back to the Chateau. Okay, I flew in last night, long 2-day flight, super tired. Got home about 10:30, maybe 18 hours drive. I'm here and the sun is up and it's time to look around the outside. Obviously, I want to see this beautiful roof. Look at it, guys. Look at the roof. Oh, it's so good. It's a bit wet last night, so you can see some water on it, but man, oh man, that is beautiful. We're gonna walk all the way around this beautiful chateau. Also gonna take a look at the forest. I'm gonna come around slowly. We're gonna see what logs, what trees have fallen, because I know there's been storms. So hopefully not too many. Looking good so far. Our biggest trees are looking good. Our big beauties over here, and our big beauty over here. That's good news. Let's walk around. Isn't this something? The old well, I had this completely cut down, and I don't know what those shoots are, but they all shot up. So I gotta cut that down again. It'd be nice to move this beautiful wellhead back to the original well. Wouldn't that be fun? It used to be on the back where the Roman well was. I'd love to put it back there someday. Have water again. This guy has definitely seen better days, but you know, it's not, well, it is bad. Oh man, there's still new life on it. I wonder, we're gonna have to take a close look for the worms. Maybe the worms came back. Maybe we just sprayed it so much. So you can still see shoots on it. Now, of course, it's winter, so that might be part of it. We'll clear out all these weeds too. You know, the house sort of works against you, as you know. Now, we can only assume that this is going to be the ridge caps. Now, these look great. They almost kind of look aged a bit. Maybe not. Maybe it's just, you know, we kind of want them to, what's the word, patina, so that they match the others. But that's going to look really good across the top. Oh, I am loving that roof. Look at that. You know what that says? Beams that are going to last another 100 years. Rain that will not destroy the house. You can see that they've cut down the cupola, but it actually kind of looks cool in its own way. We'll still get it fixed, for sure. And this is my first chance to see this guy up close. I just think it's so beautiful. It's huge too. Love the artistry of these shingles. Kind of put it in perspective. Boy, that just, someone did a nice job on that. I really wish we had the other top piece. We can probably replicate it. That feels like tin, maybe. I got hooks around it to hold it on. Always wondered why it was crooked. And then these are just wood, so you can see why they were getting wrecked. They're actually pretty solid though. Like, you know, everybody was saying they're gonna fall, but I'm feeling them, and man, those feel pretty solid. I gotta be honest. That's some decent wood. Of course, that one broke off, but let's take a look underneath. What do we got? All right, looks like we got some birds. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I can't wait to rebuild one of those. Rebuild that and get it back up there. So beautiful. We miss it. We miss the old one. I really love the cupolas. Look at that. Look at the tower though. Oh, not great. Wow, beauty. Now I realize it's kind of the wet, cold season here, so you don't see all kinds of beautiful green, but that looks awesome. It looks like they got, what do they have? Oh, it looks like they have the back done behind the tower and then the right tower. And they're working on that left tower. That's gonna be great. Oh man, I love it. And then of course the big tower in the middle, that one's gonna be awesome too. Again, the big trees are good. Looks like there's been a little bit of sanglier activity, but not a ton, just a bit on the edges here. Maybe the work of 1 or 2 sanglier. And then I want to look at the big oak stand over here. It looks pretty good. Looks like the trees are all clean. That's great. I was so worried we lost a bunch, but no, I think we're gonna be okay. And that's how wet it's been. Could almost go for a swim. It would be an unpleasant swim, but it would be a swim. Let's look up at the big. Beauty. All right, so the temperature is forecast to drop 4 degrees below freezing. And so we're gonna turn off some water. The house can handle it, but the outside, not so much. So we just shut off. This is to the restaurant in the back 40. This is kind of the front taps. And then this is of course the Chateau, which has several different taps. But we're gonna go clear out the line so we don't bruise any pipes in the next 24 hours. Heading over to turn off the water. Looks like we got some lights that were left on. And we'll shut things down here. So there's actually quite a bit of water that are in these pipes. And what we're gonna have to do here is, first of all, you shut off the house. That's to the well, that's to the city water. So we're gonna shut this guy off. Boom. And then what we're actually gonna do is open these up. And there's just water is gonna gush out, which feels very uncomfortable, but then it runs down to a floor drain right there. This is what the owner showed me what to do. Okay, so I haven't been able to find my big enough channel locks to open this. I need to go buy a bigger wrench. So I just take off the water filter, and it's been draining down there. Not actually that much water. You can definitely hear the air though. We'll go open up some other pipes and then it'll run, because the water runs all the way up into the roof. So there's a bunch of water up there. Of course, this is open to the air. So, you know, the Chateau is safe. If we're you know, minus 5 degrees below freezing, the Chateau is safe for quite a while. But here, not so much, because the air just comes straight at it. So we gotta open up joints like this and like this. It's gonna shoot out water. And again, we got a floor drain right here. It's just going on concrete, so no big deal. And there's the shut off there for us to drain. You can see we put a lot of water on the floor here, but again, it's open to the outside. It's just gonna run outside. Yeah, I don't know how you can see this, but essentially we've opened up every pipe we can, and water flows, which hopefully will result in no broken pipes. Yeah, just take them right apart. If somebody turns the well, they can't turn the water on because the water's off at the Chateau. But if they did, there'd be water shooting everywhere. So there's sometimes that the camera just doesn't capture it. And the sun coming through this window in the morning is one of those things that I just cannot get the glow of the orange to see if we can somehow capture it. Yeah, I just don't think you're gonna see it. Just absolutely beautiful. We were extremely thankful to have our kids. Now, some of you guys have kind of enjoyed watching Amy the past couple of videos. She is pretty funny actually on the camera, isn't she? So we actually have, you know, she's back in the States, but we actually have some more lost footage that we're gonna put later in the series. We'll have another couple of appearances by Amy, so that'll be fun. We really appreciate her work. She's gone back to the United States, back to working in her church. She works with the young people in the church and also leads the music in the church. And isn't this nice? She had a couple of wonderful surprises. First of all, somebody in her church was, you know, her guitar had broken, and so he just offered to buy her a beautiful new guitar. Taylor guitar, isn't that beautiful? Again, church workers don't always get paid a ton, so sometimes people help them out a little bit, which is very, very thoughtful. Not only that, since we're having to leave the campus at Multnomah, she had to move out. It's been fun to live with her. She had to find a place, and so her long-term boyfriend, Isaac, they've been dating for a couple of years, has found a lovely place for her that is not too far from where he lives too. So that's exciting. It's a basement suite of a beautiful house. Look at the video, isn't this? You know, and just a very good rate too. So they know each other, so they're friends, and very, very thoughtful. We're very excited for her. We're also thankful that our son David and his wife Kim, David and Kim, are taking Mr. Bingley. Here they are with a shot of Mr. Bingley. Now you maybe remember David and Kim from one of our most popular videos, Wedding at the Chateau. We wondered if they might get married at the Chateau. They didn't, but a beautiful couple. And David is teaching in a Christian high school, Catholic high school, and he teaches history and some of the AP classes. Kim is a nurse and she works in Portland taking care of people, and they're a great couple. I'll try to get them on camera sometimes because they're really, you'll like them too if I can get them on camera. And while we're talking about orange, notice our friends Jason and Danica did a bunch of painting. The room's starting to look a little less, I don't want to say odd, but it was quite dramatic. So that's great. It's a good start. Still some orange left, but we'll get to it. I'm fighting jet lag. I'm fighting jet lag this morning. I find that the first couple days I'm back, I'm good for very little. I try to get out there and maybe do some mowing or some kind of easy job like that. That's not very challenging, but you know, then you feel depressed because there's so many things you need to do, and you're just like, I'm not getting anything done. And you got to give yourself a little bit of grace. It takes a minute to be done with jet lag. Oh, here we go. It's a good thing we went and emptied the water out. Let's see how much ice we got. This is how Canadian tells. Oh, it's not too much. That thick. So some ice, but not too much ice. Of course, that water is quite deep. That would have stayed warm for a bit. All right, so I'm fighting jet lag. I'm fighting jet lag today, and the thing you got to do when you're fighting jet lag is you got to give yourself permission to not be super productive, and you also have to find a job you like. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to mow. It's a bit cold for mowing, but I got to stay awake, and it has to be done. So we kill two birds with one stone. Let's go up and take a look at the beautiful roof. Oh, it looks good. Oh, can't really see much of the roof from here, but isn't that great? So exciting. And when you own a chateau, you do get used to this. Pieces of rock that have fallen. Looks like that fell some time ago. And not sure where it fell. Let's go up and take a look. Well, hopefully not right there, but it could be right there. Yeah, there's a chunk out right there. Might have just been time, might have been the roofers, I don't know. It is definitely warmer in here. It's another thing you learn quickly about having a chateau is that when the sun comes out, everything's better. Even in the winter, it's just so much warmer. Like, I believe it's a couple degrees below zero still right now, but it feels like $1,000,000 because those huge windows letting in all that beautiful solar energy, all that beautiful heat. So we are thankful for that. Boom. All right, having a great time mowing, having a great time. And yeah, what do you guys think? Should we go skating? No, I'm kidding, I'm a Canadian. There's no way you can skate on that, you'd go right through. But that would be fun actually, eh? If it got real cold. Maybe sometime. Okay, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty in all her glory. I'll zoom out a little bit there, perfect. What an absolutely beautiful house. How blessed are we? How fortunate are we to live in this place of incredible beauty? In fact, let's zoom out so you can get, there you go. You got the two big beautiful trees on the framing it out. You see that nice roof over there on the right? Solid black, looking like $1,000,000. We are preserving this thing for another 100 years. That feels really good. Feels really good. Yeah, again, so good to be outside mowing the lawn. Yeah, seriously, it has me wondering, how cold would it need to be for us to skate on this? I think we'll have to clean this up. Maybe this spring I'll get in here and clean this up, just in case. Because if we ever did get a cold spell, I have skates, and I could definitely skate on that. Notice something else up here. You should take a look. I don't know who, we got a new neighbor, I think. And maybe not a good neighbor. Zoom in just a bit. Yeah. That's new. And it's big. I mean, it's not quite as big as my shoe, maybe 10 inches. I don't know who's living down there, but I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't pop up and come say hi. Yeah, look at that. Wow. So beautiful. Yeah, you definitely miss the turret on the right, don't you? Definitely miss that. Jet lag is definitely doing a number on me today. Now, I made a pretty significant mistake. That being, I woke up at 1 a.m. to watch U.S. college football. I became addicted while living in the United States to U.S. college football, and I love the Oregon Ducks and like to enjoy watching a number of teams and a number of games. So I got up at 1 and watched till about 6 a.m. And now I'm extremely confused. I went back to sleep for a little bit and then went out in mode. So that was good, but now it's time to clean up, and I love this shower. The water is so hot, and it's a beautiful room. Now there's gonna be a ton of steam, so you need some cold weather strategies. Now the first one, I'm splurging a bit. It's a very small room, so I'm turning on this electric heater for about 10 minutes while I'm showering. Partly for humidity, partly because it's just so cold. Again, it's freezing outside. We don't have the heat on in here, so I'm cheating a little bit. I'm turning this thing on for 10 minutes while I'm here, and that'll warm me up. Also, I have not one, but 2 house coats. And of course you want your, go slow here when I come around, you want your towel right close to the doors once you get out. Because it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. Okay, wish me luck, everybody. All right, we're trying a new place. La Mail. Which turns out it's right by downtown Angers. Park is right there. We'll have to go over and look. Very nice hedges. And the beautiful cones over there. It's a lovely spot. Oh, there's a Christmas market. We'll have to go over. Oh, very nice. This looks very fancy. Look when the light hits it.
They're like little jewels.
Yeah. Now we think this is caviar.
I don't know.
Well, it said lemon caviar. And then you got beets in there.
Yeah. And these are little yuzu pearls, I think.
What do you got there, Bess?
It's called a Chateau, and it's like a male chicken. It's not a hen exactly. Yep. It's a Christmas. Call it a Christmas chicken in France.
Christmas chicken.
It is. It looks great. Look at the gleaming jelly. Oh my goodness. Okay, what do you have?
And I have a burger. I just was feeling, I don't know, safety food today. Looks good. All right, as per our normal custom, I got the appetizer and Leslie's getting the dessert. What is it, Bess?
Apple tart tatin.
Apple tartine.
Tart tatin.
Tart tatin. Tart tatin. Looks great. Looks great. I think you guys need to enjoy this. Yeah. That's a nice hand-rolled ice cream there too.
I think that's cream. This is ice cream.
C'est bon. And always nice to have a cafe at the end. By the way, that cup. Yeah, again, these are small cups, so welcome to Europe. Super good. Well, that is a wonderful location for a restaurant. Next to the beautiful gazebo, beautiful trees, garden, and a bit of a Christmas market, which, even though it's daytime, not quite as exciting, but we still better check it out. It's like crepes. Donuts?
How big they are.
Huge.
How big the donuts are. They look great.
Quite pleasant. Got some live music over there. Beautiful Christmas tree. I believe they're singing about Tennessee whiskey.
Roasted chestnuts.
Chestnuts, roasted, and of course your hot wine, which is a staple. This is great. I've had this before. They have the warmers on the cheese, and then they scrape it off for a sandwich. Super tasty. The music is not live. It's just a lovely spot. Look at that beautiful building over there too, which I think is the post office. Hey, thanks for coming with us. Day 4, it was a good day. We're back together in the Chateau. More videos coming. By the way, tomorrow, very exciting, we're going to show you, Leslie's been working on the range hood downstairs, and it should be ready to go for tomorrow. We probably have an episode just dedicated to the range hood tomorrow. So hopefully you'll tune in. Thanks for coming with us. Have a great Christmas, December here. We'll see you tomorrow.